to Instuere, your virtual classroom. Today's lesson is about the primary barriers to learning, and it is based on the research findings of an important educator called Ron Hubbard. He discovered that there are three primary barriers to learning. A barrier is anything that stops you from learning what you are studying. The first primary barrier to learning is lack of mass. Mass is the actual thing that you are studying. When you lack mass, you can feel as if you are being squashed and your body is pulled together because you are uncomfortable with the thing you are studying. You may also find yourself being bent over the material that you are studying. This may be a textbook, but it may be an object you are trying to figure out. You may also feel a kind of spinning in your head, and your eyes cannot quite focus on what you are studying. After trying to study for a long time and you're not getting it, you may also feel a kind of lifelessness. After a while, you may feel bored with studying. Then, if it continues, you may start getting angry at what you are studying. You may also get a kind of feeling in your stomach as if you want to go and ease yourself. Or you may feel dizzy. You may also feel your eyes hurting you. And sometimes you may get a headache because you are just not getting it. So then, what are you supposed to do? You need a remedy. A remedy is something that addresses the situation. It eases the problem. So then the first thing that you want to think of getting is the actual objects being studied. This is sometimes very difficult to do. So you may resort to getting a picture of the thing you are studying. You may need also to watch a movie that illustrates the thing you are studying. Maybe a demonstration will work. It will show you how the thing happens. Also, you may want to get a demo kit to work out your situation. A demo kit is a kind of manipulative, and you can move the objects around to illustrate an idea. Also, clay demos. You can make out a shape that sounds like what you are studying, and it can come to life. Or you may sketch out an outline of the thing you are trying to study. The actual objects being studied, a picture, watching a movie, doing a demonstration, working with objects like a demo kit, molding out a shape with clay, or sketching are all different ways of trying to get mass. The second primary barrier to learning is the skipped gradient reaction. Studying on a gradient means doing it in a sequence or doing it step by step. If you miss one or more steps in something that you are studying, then it is more difficult to learn what you are trying to study. And you may become confused and feel as if you are reeling, especially if you are trying to do an action or work out a procedure with your body. So then, you need to learn step by step. If you miss a step and you become confused, then you need to go back to the part where you last understood what you are studying, and then begin at that point step by step. If you are going too fast or you miss a step in the process, the gradient becomes steep, and then learning becomes very difficult. The third and most important barrier to learning is the misunderstood word reactions. Miss means not or wrongly understood. Imagine that you are trying to learn something and you cannot figure out what you are learning because you have something different in your mind when you see the word that you are studying. You may, after reading for a while, be blank. Nothing has stuck in your mind because you were passing too many words that you did not understand or wrongly understood. Or after studying or trying to study for a while, you may start to get tired have you ever felt tired while trying to study? It could be that you are not understanding the words in the text you are reading. Or you may feel as if you're just not there. Maybe you start looking around and lose interest in what you are studying. You may also begin to feel worried or upset because you are just not getting it. If you are reading something that you have to write about or explain to someone, or it is telling you how to follow instructions, you may find that it is difficult for you to apply what you are reading. And you may just decide to give up studying. Well, there is a remedy. You do not have to read and misunderstand. It's very important for you to understand that you need to use a dictionary. A dictionary has several meanings to a word or term, and you may just need to use a dictionary to find the specific meaning for what you are studying. Or you may need to use an encyclopedia, which will help you to figure out what you are studying. A thesaurus is also another solution. And for specific words in a discipline, you should use the glossary. You may also refer to authoritative reference. Someone who is a specialist in the field may be able to help you to figure out what you do not understand. Think about it. Two people are talking and they are not understanding each other. They have different things in their minds, even though they appear to be talking about the same thing. This sometimes happens in the classroom. The teacher is teaching something, but the students have different things in their minds. Therefore, learning cannot take place effectively. Did this ever happen to you? Have you ever been in a class where a teacher is teaching and you are something else in your mind? Or if you are a teacher, have you ever thought that you taught something, but when you look, the students do not reproduce the work? It means, therefore, that misunderstanding was the problem, or the students just did not get it. So then, as we reflect on the barriers to learning, we know that we need mass. That's the first level of barrier. Mass is the real thing. But sometimes Oftentimes, even, we cannot get the actual thing. So we need to take steps to get an idea of what the thing looks like. Or it may be that the step-by-step process is not properly understood and confusion happens. But the greatest barrier of all is a misunderstood word. Misunderstood words can prevent you from learning the things you are studying. Imagine yourself as a teacher. What can you do to improve your students' learning? What can you do to remove the barriers that will prevent you from teaching effectively in the classroom? You have been watching Instuere, your virtual classroom. Come back again and receive instruction.